biji 140 cu.
Sorry Bang Jo.
Sofa 140.
Sofa 140.
Boy, lu nggak boleh masuk ke dalam smoke gitu, Boy. Nggak ke dalam flash gitu.
Wah,
Ulau 70.
santai, mah jago. Sini.
70 jet ya. Tadi gue masuk smoke, saginya keluar, jadi gue nggak bisa lindungin Bang Jo anjir.
Maksudnya nggak toxic nih seru nih.
Nggak seru gara-gara nggak toxic.
Saya ramah sekarang. Tuh
Musuhnya
kan 89 anjir. Satu kali lagi.
rata kiri loh.
Kok keluar sama?
Oh, sama kenapa nih?
Aja terakhir nggak main Cok dia.
Kayaknya lagi ada yang beli deh. Sibuk deh.
Medium.
Burhan.
Burhan. Wah, sering ini sih. Sering frame drop sih.
Lanjut nih.
Gimana nih?
Fly, lanjut nggak Fly?
Bebas.
Sangat mungkin ada tanah. Selanjutnya.
Waduh, jangan deh.
Kerja biar apa sih? Biar gak dikira pesugihan kawan.
Ya Allah, please. Masih aja, please.
Gila, berat banget ini game, Cok.
Rapli anjing. Sangnya sama TikTok anjing.
Tahu berapa itu? Cewek-cewek anjing. Macam tak punya cewek kau rupanya.
Parah settingnya, Cok.
Kenapa Putroy? Kenapa?
The Witcher berat banget, Babang.
Ya udah. Kick aja nih.
Malah kick aja. Gue jadi lupa kontrolnya loh. Ingat. Wild Witcher. Kok gue merasa kayak bukan di situ. Control setting, sensitivity aim. Aduh.
Aduh, map sial anjir.
Wah, enggak sih. Setting mulu. Aneh aja rasanya. Sup.
Gue pakai jet.
Enggak lah goblok.
Gue kira udah di lock anjing. Nggak apa-apa sih gue pakai sky.
Iya sih gue kepijat.
Dong anjing.
Kok
Wah,
sering face
ada yang pakai set nih, asik. Aduh anjing gua kentut. Bang Jo lu pakai apa?
Ke Sky.
Anjing.
Bang Jo mah sekarang kayak Skype mah ini mainnya Sky. Sukanya pakai Sky.
Lu belajar Astra Bang Jo.
Kamu pakai smoker lo, yakin?
Ya katanya lu pakai Sky.
Enggak, lu kalau mau pakai apa lo?
Ya gua pakai Sky.
Serius lu nggak bisa lu ke Sky juga lo.
Apa 2 smoker kali ya?
Gak apa-apa dong smoker.
Cepetan. Ya udah.
Anjing, sofa Bang Jo bangsa. Sojo, sofa Bang Jo.
Suruh sini.
Dua smoker
Kau udah tahu Alek.
Cari hamon.
Wah, semotnya anjing. Akun joki.
Siapa? Renanya ya?
Pergi ke Faroe. Faroe bukannya ini.
Dua smoke kan lu mau ke atus full sama smoke doang.
Keren banget cok, kartunya yang jet anjing.
Pergi ke Faroe. Faroe bukannya. Nah, kan.
Aduh.
Wah, jauh banget.
Pli tukeran pisah dong Pli, bagus bisa lo Pli.
Udah ini udah pencet ini kan.
Harus ke Northway. Apa sih namanya nih? Ya harus gitulah, lupa.
Buka A ke B. Kayak
Ntar dulu.
Enakan
Yuk.
ke B sih sebenarnya. Soalnya nggak ada jalan.
lu nya tapi enggak. Ay. Udah lah. Sholat.
Ada yang ngepick nih pasti di sini.
Ah, sorry cu. Itu cu, kanan.
Dah, nice.
Oi.
Ya Allah,
Kalian
nggak
tuh
ngeliat.
fokus
Kau
nge-pick.
jangan ngelihat satu arah.
Fokus perang dulu
Gue
cu.
cuma
Kalau
gue
masuk
heaven
side.
loh, gue pick heaven loh karena gue jauh.
Dalam stok, coba.
Dalam smoke.
Babi.
Hepan.
Buka quest dulu, cari
Pek.
quest yang lain.
Nice, bro.
Close ya, close. Heaven close.
Hepan atas lo persis.
Bunga rusak.
Heaven close atas.
Wuh,
Ah,
Kan itu
aku ketahuan.
ada tuh misi
Pli,
Hattori.
jago nggak gue Pli?
jago.
Enggak. Lu enggak jagain garas. Enggak jagain garas, enggak jagain garden lu.
Iya Andre
Ini
si
Hattori.
siapa musuh tuh itu? Astra musuh nembakin dia nggak denger suara dari situ.
Enggak, soalnya gue fokus
Masih
Rena,
Hattori.
yang ketahuan ke detect duluan Rena. Renanya udah mati sama Rapli anjing. Tapi dia mati sama Astra.
Asu.
Sekarang kalau nembak gue ini Pli, nggak mau nge-spray Pli, langsung cetak pala Pli.
Brim. Ini
Apa ya?
smoke sini.
Gimana? Bentar dulu, bentar. Ah, terlalu luar anjing. Apa-apa lu, bodo amat.
Oh, udah maju aja anjing. Force by anak anjing.
Anjing,
Dia ngapain cu?
Wah,
gue Bang Jo anjing.
dia ikutan masuk
Oh,
Bang Jo.
man.
Oh,
Atas
di situ.
berapa?
Aduh.
Dua di situ dua.
Aduh, pakai
Pak
mouse.
pelan-pelan ke B. Ai,
Oh, udah.
satunya di situ dong.
Spike-nya dalam garden anjing.
Waduh,
Awas Bang Jo.
Lanjut.
Ih, one hit.
Udah dim gak main?
One lagi nih.
Rosafar Atre.
Ternyata force by mereka berhasil lagi.
Untuk kita ya gak ada yang beli macem-macem anjing.
Cu, sekarang kita gimana?
Kita beli Spectre cok.
Cok, kenapa
Spectre
ke atas?
doang,
Cok,
mereka
udah
juga
tahu
force
di setup.
Spectre.
Iya, kalian Spectre ya.
Kayak itu B ya.
Terus dong ada yang ngepick di cabinya. Musuhnya.
Saya dulu tinggal sih. Cabut.
Kita lihat, nggak ada semi menang nggak gitu.
Wah, semi mah nggak jago, hoki doang semi.
Oh, no.
Anjir.
Salah kata lu. Semi mah nggak jago. Waduh, kekunci.
Dalam satu ya.
Mau bicara gua.
Mana?
Duh, biasa gua doang ya, susah.
Low, jet low.
Ngelunjak anjing. Masuk ke situ.
Mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just
Dre.
anybody.
Apa?
Tarik anjing.
Anjing deket
Soon
close
as
anjing.
Miss Rosa
Setsi
turns
ngapain di
into a
situ anjing?
striker, I'm sure a pupper
Elah.
will send for you, but she's not showing any
Sat.
symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed.
Target!
On your way now.
Sage, what are you doing?
Lagi BO, lagi BO.
Lagi bertapa lu.
Gue kira tadi mau di-pick sama CC. Anjing nggak ada celah buat nge-pick juga.
Shit.
Dia
Oh,
nutupin
diri
diri
sendiri.
sendiri.
Canda.
Iya.
Useless
Ada
dong.
di dalam ya.
Tidak jelas, Pri.
tadi.
Musuhnya barbar nih mana nih?
Lumayan.
Cara masuknya gimana?
Siap-siap nembak itu dulu,
Kalau
satu
mau-
orang aja yang
kalau
nembak.
mau
Coba
Ambilin lah.
Rikonya.
Masa kagak mati?
Tembak.
Kita yang ke lain dulu lah dah.
Gue udah tutupin ya.
Udah kesini dulu. Molly.
Aduh anjir, nice.
Harusnya gue
Nice.
bilang
Dead click.
bukan
Eh,
yang baru,
ada nih.
Wah anjir,
trainer
close itu.
baru. Ya harusnya gue bilang ya.
Nice.
Biar cocok aja itu sama
Nice
kita.
trade. Sofa satu di B. Di
Ah,
mid
di
satu.
kanan situ.
80 sopa.
Last
Last
market.
Let's fella. Shouldn't interest you.
Headshot gue hilang
Baroness,
habis
don't
gila.
mingle with just
Gak percaya
anyone.
diri sama
Don't
sekali gue.
worry.
Aduh, gak bisa
I'm here
revive
to
dia.
see your chambermaid, Molly. Out of the way.
Main belakang.
Baroness
Bisa,
is
bisa.
right now. Be gone.
Revive di kanan.
Udah
Di kanan
lawan aja
aja.
lawan.
No pick terlalu.
Oh di mana?
Geralt of Rivia at my
Ya
doorstep.
slow balik dong.
Diputar itu. Dari
Slow
belakang.
slow.
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General.
Shoot.
Nice. Anjing
Ben,
Diko. Bener-bener
There's no
Diko ya.
mistaking you.
Di itu di base itu mana?
Gue cuma ngeliatin
Mary
cu.
Louisa Lavalette. An
Ibaratnya ke
important
tangan
general and
badan
a
gue tuh
witch
kaku
tahu.
tapi mata gue ngelirik.
and know each other. Surprise?
Badan lo mati
Iya,
suri ya
nggak
Bang Jo ya.
Iya. Badan gue bisa gerak tapi mata gue bisa ngeliat. Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
we had an
Oh,
opportunity to talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys?
Kalau misalkan
You'd
sekarang
be long dead if that was so.
scan gue hancur,
It
gue gak mau
seems
pakai
then
sopa.
that you share some
lagi.
interests. But I shall
Aduh
not
anjir.
accept yours.
Siapa?
Will you accept my invitation?
Anjing. Smoke
Tell me what
Astra
brings you.
bangsa.
Looking for a
Tuh,
girl
tuh.
named Molly. Heard she works here.
Nice.
My maidservant. I'm a
Ditarik,
French's currently.
anjing.
Masa drone gue lagi terbang ketarik cu?
Perhaps Gerald could accompany us.
Kenapa
People
sepeda
ada orang
gua?
into races.
Garden
Is
hati-hati.
that something you consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some
Wah
sophisticated
anjing gak ada yang nembak kah?
Maju. Udah.
Gak tahu
Planting.
gue juga.
Slas, gua gak tahu siapa.
Nggak
Mas, nggak tahu
tahu
di mana.
dia tuh di mana. Orang
Temen,
Tiga.
tempatnya. Oh, nah jagain gue boy situ boy.
di itu apa? Di garden.
Udah all
Biasanya
side aja, jaga all side aja, udah all side.
Ada yang liatin belakang, awas.
Defend dulu ah. Jacuk ribut deh. Temukan jalan saya sendiri ke Velegeblutz. Waduh, salah translate nih. Ya,
Think I can find my own way to the Vegelbud home.
Very well. Perhaps I can convince you to join me later at the races. I shall keep an eye out for you.
waduh bala. Wah nyesel gua. Gua mau coba-coba yang keluar ya. Wah nyesel sih.
Frank, we ain't looking for no Witcher.
Gua butuh kunci. Wah. Gua nggak rusak. Wah, balapan loh. Itemnya boleh, woi. Wah, parah. Parah game nipu-nipu emang, boy. Jalannya potong kompas bet. Jauh juga, mending gua kesini dulu nih.
Excuse me. I'm looking.
Oh
I am
Marabella.
she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Wah, translate-nya salah nih. Maupun gak tahu maksudnya.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all.
Where are ya?
A rat
I
bit
don't
him,
know you.
and he's caught a
Go
fever.
away. Where'd you get bit?
It hurt him much.
Will he die?
Bisa dijarang.
Don't die from rats, stupid.
Ini nih yang saya
Yes, you
suka-suka
do.
nih.
Just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man.
Bisa
"Eat
di-looting.
rats," And then
Liar. That's enough.
you're
We're
way
done
like my
for the day.
grandmum.
Gather your things and go home. Wonder if
rat catcher will get
Diluti.
well. Like as not.
How do you know?
Mum says that if he but catches a cough,
Mana
it's as
itu
good as in
mau
the grave.
itu tuh. Aduh.
This one's got a finger.
Looting dulu bos, rumah anda bos. Oke, boleh kan? Boleh dong, masa enggak? Tuh gitu-gitu tuh. Harus di dismantle. Kalau nggak full di luar inventory. Tinggal dua nih. Ini enak-enak aja gak bisa dijarah cok.
Now can we talk?
Yes.
What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When
Interesting.
his hand abandoned my knee to point at a
Apa
figure of
yang interest
penicillium,
apa sih?
I knew the
Interest
fire
minat
between us had
tidak
died.
salah.
Permanently.
Interest tidak salah. Interest.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snaky whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Masa basi lah.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry.
Kan? Udah gua tahu.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Oke, 3. Nggak guna.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Sama 100 gak bisa TP kah? Mana sih? Di luar. Di luar. Padahal balapan lebih seru. Nyesel gua nggak balapan. Ya udah keluarin dulu. Detailnya naik 1 tuh. Talent naik apaan deh? Naik apa ya bagus ya? Terus itu udah full. Meningkatkan peluang untuk kritis terus. Kalau ini gue udah punya ini enggak karakter sih. Inventory. Ada senjata yang more better gak? Shift. Waduh. Kekuatan oil. Si adek. Parah. Masih tempel di situ. Tuh. Bentuk Yuno lah. Sedikit jokes. Gak apa-apa kan? Dikit mareng jokes doang. Cukur gua. Jelek geral gua. Enggak sih, bagus.
Looking for a barber? Well, you found one. Welcome. I'll ploughing shave the gentleman's noggin for half.
Give me a haircut. long as your hands aren't too shaky.
Woi, woi, woi. Seperti julid. Ingin kumis dan tambalan cukup presisi jelek ya, bukan Geralt namanya. 5 doang sih. Dicukur kecuali ekor kuda. Potongan pemberontak elf dicukur. Coba 10 doang harganya, 10 cuy, murah. Gue liat Gerald gue nih gimana.
This is not what I wanted.
What do you mean, not what you wanted? Are you cut and coiffed? You are. And even as even can be, I'd say.
Wah, Gerald gue kok gini, kok nyesel gue. Ya udah.
Thanks a bunch.
Wah, Gerald gue aneh. Wah, beneran aneh. Wah, gak apa-apa sih. Waduh, sedikit lucu. Jenggotnya udah bagus soalnya tadi. Jenggotnya udah bagus. Tiba-tiba gue bilang, kepala juga. Goblok. Hasilnya, waduh, tikus bos. Panjang amat ekornya. Ayo lari kuda. Lari. Waduh. Susah, lanjut. Balapan kuda doang harusnya menang gua tadi tuh. Kalau balapan kuda doang udah jago gua. Ayo boy, balapan kuda boy. Lihat sini sih. Kok lihat sini sih. Tadi kagak. Gak apa-apa dah. Streaming sambil main ini berat juga. PC baru. Donate. Waduh, donate. Parah. Main. VGA sih 2 kali lipat harganya, parah. Miner. Nyari masalah sama gamer lu. Tekstur banget tuh kulitnya tuh.
White head like a miller's son.
Tiba-tiba potong kompas. Ya, jauh juga. Ayo dikit lagi sampai. Waduh, ini kah balapan kuda kah? Join dong. Join boy. Mau join gua boy. Waduh.
We meet again, Witcher.
Yeah, managed to get here. Truth be told, hard to miss an estate this grand.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Wah,
Gray's a
Roach
nice
gak.
color. For horses, too.
My
Roach
coin's
gak
in
ada
the Black
lawan.
Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised it didn't salute you, General.
Waduh, mampus.
Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Oh, boleh banget. Oke, boleh, ayo.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Ya udah, satu. Kita
The
pakai
gray
kata-kata
mare
ini orang.
looks nimble. Besides, knew a man named Kahir once. I'll go with her.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zeracanian Bay. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Oh ya udah, ayo. Bakal menangin nih. Waduh, tapi tipu-tipu sih. Kalau stamina sih kecil banget.
Riders, ready!
Come on,
Let's go.
Let's see what you're made of.
Go, go.
Ayo boy. FPS drop, goblok. Ayo boy, bisa boy.
Giddy up.
Ayo boy. Waduh, stamina sih. Waduh, stamina apa tuh? Waduh, staminanya cuy.
Come on.
Let's see what you're made of.
Enggak. Ada bakal blocking gua.
Go, go.
Waduh, jangan gitu dong.
Speed, the rush of air.
Ayo boy. Habiskan stamina lo, ayo.
Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of.
Ayo, bakal blocking gua. Ayo lo.
I adore the speed.
Kan menang, dia jago.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Nice.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Waduh, ternyata ada juga ya jenderal yang baik-baik gitu. Itu ya Molly. Apa sih di sini nih? Karena ini inventory, still E. Dapat pelana baru nih. 50, 45, 70. Naiknya 5% doang. Aduh, sekali itu sih warnanya. Masalah style sekarang. Molly Black Tall.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Gerald.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again!
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't... Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Siapa?
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I ask Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon.
Mau banget lu.
Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Ya udah.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Bunga rusak, kembali ke Norway guys. Bersamalah. Buy one lagi kita. Ayo.
Ah, Gerald, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
Oke, ayo boy. Wah, tapi kalau lu nyenatin tengah jalan sih, ayo, buy one. Wah, nggak mungkin sih General buy one. General buy one, nggak normal. Oh, ada aman. Kira bakal ada pengkhianatan kayak gitu.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Perusahaan nggak tuh translate-nya?
Ah, Geralt. What can I do for you?
Big changes afoot in the Empire.
You've no notion? The Emperor summoned you. He only ever summons with reason. It's clear he seeks his daughter.
You know a lot.
I must. I am my father's son.
What's your father got to do with this?
He is close to the Emperor.
Waduh, jangan cari masalah.
And knows the opposition. Knows they press for abdication. Ceding the throne to Cyrilla, it's the best the Emperor can do. But, as is known, an empress needs an emperor at her side. My father will ensure the right man is chosen.
Okay.
Farewell.
Okay. Yang deket dulu, kenapa harus cari-cari yang jauh-jauh sih? Apa sih? Tuh, ada dekatan ini. Si Elihal. Lebih deket. Beda berapa langkah sih. Apain cara yang jauh-jauh kalau ada yang deket, cok? Goblok bet, tolol. Ternyata ada fast travel kayak gitu. Aduh, kok mati loh. Pintar. Jadi hangat ya, pintar banget. Dibanding lu sembah, mending lu jadiin gitu.
Move on.
Canda bos. Nah, apa sih nggak bisa main canda di tai. Bisa bercanda tuh orang. Gak suka aku.
Welcome. Do come in.
Gua bicara sama lu.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Jangan bilang lu cewek.
Any better?
So you're
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion, how did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Dandelion lu aneh. Cari tahu.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
I know this is none of my business, but why
Why do I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Malah diburu lu goblok.
Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher.
Oh enggak sih, seru sih adrenalinnya.
I managed to stay interested. Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although...
Kalkstein.
Indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
What?
Thanks for your help. And
Kok gitu?
nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Tuh lihat tuh Geralt anjing, aduh boy. Lucu banget Geralt. Geralding boy. This is it, my Geralding. Waduh, ngajak 1v1.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Waduh, kenapa tuh?
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay. What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Oh, yes.
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Close enough, cok. Mau bayar? Enggak lah.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Kok gue yang Raja Pengemis salah sih, harusnya gue.
Mine offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Apa lo? Ngajak bewan ya. Bakar dulu bos. Maju. Mampus. Aduh, ngapain nefes drop ya. Ape lo. Aduh. Cupu banget.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
Lost apa lo?
Relax. It'll come out in the wash.
Of course it will. Just gotta soak it in white vinegar, but that's not my point. Junior shan't forgive me. Either I'll close up shop myself or he'll burn me down.
Sorry. Didn't think about that.
A woman's lot. Men have their fun and we're stuck with a mess. Oh well, I suppose I must move to Oxenfurt. Professors need clean undergarments too.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Kok bolong sih?
This woman he was
Graphic
with in the
glossy.
harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece
Tuh
from
bolong,
Covia.
anjing.
Horvia, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore doesn't much matter.
Untung
as the
Geralt
one in
gua
the
nggak
same.
bolong. Untung Geralt
Thanks
gak
for your
bolong,
help.
Cok.
Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, Tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Aduh. Kok gitu? Dilut dulu lah. Aduh. Apa sih lu? Bukan gua kalau nggak dilut dulu tuh. Looter sejati ini. Wah, udah dapat bolt baru. Gua nggak bakal pernah pakai sih. Ngumpulin terus, ngumpulin. Ada ini kah? F mulu yang ditekan put. Goblok. Ngapain tekan F? Tolol. Ada pintu belakang kah? Saya nggak bisa. Emang harus diajak by one sih nih. Nggak bisa. Nggak bisa ya? Kira bisa diajak by one. Apa bisa nggak juga? Bisa sini nggak? Oh, bisa nih sepertinya. Kunci lagi gue. Kunci juga gue. Nggak guna gue masuk sini. Aduh, nggak guna. Kira gue sedang bakal. Sini bisa nggak? Nah, bisa nggak lewat sini nih? Ke pintu belakang. Hilang harapan langsung, cowok.
Look.
Jancok. Nah, harusnya bisa nih. Wah, ngayal anjing. Mati gua. Mengamankan jalan ke Villa Far Atre tengah malam. What like that?
How dare you turn on fire?
Mommy says hello.
Kalau nggak salah sini lagi temukan jalan. Woi, gua bakar lu, kasih gua jalan. Apa? Kebewan. Woi, ini penjaga level tinggi anjing, bukan itu yang gua mau lawan, cok. Cok, bercanda aku, cok. Jangan kejar aku terus lah, cok. Aduh, masih ngejar ini. Ini masih ngejar, cok. Masih ngejar, cok. Suaranya masih ada, cok. Masih ngejar dia, cok. Masih jatuh. Udah enggak. Jatuh bisa gitu.
Take care of the coppers and the crowns.
Aye, captured and displayed in the
Lu
sideshow.
nggak butuh witcher.
Watch it.
What happen if apa? Kalau lu nggak butuh witcher, gimana kalau gua upes semua senjata gua? Semua senjata gua lepas. Gimana ya gua?
Thanks, we ain't looking for no witcher.
Tahu juga lu dari muka ya. Kira lu orang bodoh. Gimana ya cara lewatin orang?
Thanks, we ain't looking for no witcher.
Biar wih. Goblok. Kayak lempar. Masih mentok enggak.
Lost your nerve?
Aduh anjing. Cabut goblok. Cari mati lu. Cabut aja, nggak usah dilawan goblok. Gerald cari mati Gerald. Parah si Gerald, cok. Masih ngejar, cok. Ya, cok, cabut, cok. Geralding. Udah kan. Udah nggak buronan kan gua. Nggak sengaja tuh cuy. Nggak sengaja kelempar tadi tuh cuy. Tenang cuy. Padahal mau cari cara masuk. Goblok. Waduh itu boleh tuh tarik tuh. Cara ngambilnya gimana? Di sini. Udah bisa ngambil. Ada yang sana tuh pasti bagus tuh. Skip. Udah pasti bagus. Skip tolol.
Greetings,
A bitch.
Barbarian. Elf, half elf, you're clearly no human.
Waduh, digituin dong. Butuh kunci tungkat jalan.
I wouldn't give for a small job.
Lu ada jalan belakang rumah tuh. Itunya mana ya?
I have my eye on you, Nordling.
Dibawa gitu. Coba turun gua. Bener sih. Woi jatuh. Sangat pintar sekali Gerald. Sangatlah pintar ya Gerald ya. Waduh Gerald pintar banget sih kata bos. Wah sekarang gamenya responding. Halo Semi. Gak main Valo lu, main sana woi. Sekarang gamenya gini. Nah udah bener. Kenapa Sam? Lu gak main Valo Sam? Main sana tuh sana. Kolek. Enggak sih. Laptop gue yang nge-lag. Tolol ya Gerald ya. Bukan Geralding, cok. Bukan Geralt of Rivia. Geralding. Bukan Geralt of Rivia, Geralding namanya. Goblok. T kan, bukan D kan. Iya tahu. Geralt T. Dipelecehin aja sedikit. Laptop kentang, maaf nih. HDD. Nyari jalan aja pusing loh.
Whosoever contributes coin to the cause.
Thanks, we ain't looking for no
Civilization ends in this only unwavering faith.
Gue mau cari cara ke bawah rumahnya tuh gimana tuh.
Remember, good folk, one doubter can do more.
Waduh, trauma mati gua, jangan deh. Kemana nih gua nih?
You fancy men like me? The whole town's going
Gitu,
on about
harus
it.
pintar-pintar
So
lo
no
jadi
point
orang.
playing hard to get,
Dari
sugar
belakang.
puss.
It's Lady Varatra to you. And I'd advise you to sod off, sugar
Temukan
puss,
pink adalah
before I
Atre.
report this to Papa.
Pintar banget translate-nya, Cok. Ini nih, temu.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the
Here.
ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your
I'll
tongue,
handle
sir.
this. Gila.
This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa Varatra would train with random clods calling themselves sword masters? No. The Varatras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher.
Anjas.
Take him to the training room. Now.
As you say, miss.
Mampus. Witcher mau jadi apa ya? Intinya dapat duit, goblok. Enggak sih. Nah sekarang ruangannya mana ya? Waduh nggak bisa
Won't
ini
you realise what you've
keluarkan
got
pedang ya.
yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword.
Bisa dilut.
Sick of it all. Grab a wooden one. And take care not to hurt the little miss. You learn the ambassador's eye. Follow
Seperti
me.
itu, oke. Mana pedang kayu? Mana? Ini. Ini apa sih? Ini kan. Pedang kayu. Sabar, Cuk. Masuk rumah orang itu harus di-loot dulu. Oh, udah nggak bisa.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Oke, udah yuk masuk. Waduh, kebukanya nggak ada animasinya, langsung gitu
you're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Kok Geralt gue dicukur makan lebih aneh. Nyesel gue cukur dia.
Drat it! You're quick!
Waduh. Aduh. Wah gila mama gini jago-jago Mama jago Mama aduh kena juga dia. Wah mama sih jago
Damn it!
Mampus berdarah cuk.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes.
Waduh
In the
pelupa.
garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Tanya dulu lah.
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us.
Okay.
Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Udah ayo.
Rat it!
Come on, come closer.
Belum siap aja gue. Waduh. Mampus. Mau gue bakar gimana ya? Bisa bakar gak?
Come on.
Waduh kena stun. Jago-jago lu.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Enggak. Bisa ngelok kan di ini game. Mas. Bisa kita. Ayo push dia boy.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Itu buat monster goblok.
Damn.
Waduh. Sangat berat tuh. Mesan woi, bahaya. Gila bisa ngedodge. Push, gua push lo.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Push. Rematch, mampus, pedang kayu doang.
Damn it! Well,
Push.
if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Boleh.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna
Kembar
Va
asuh.
the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool?
Yeah.
Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Aduh. Tenang Nona. Kita.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Oh jelas.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Changing subjects. Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Gerald. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Satu.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Calonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Calonetta.
Oke, saya akan pergi.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again.
Oke, bos.
Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Gimana dan di kapan saat
Awfully
mission?
convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Tiba-tiba udah ganti baju lain. 7 doang. 7 doang loh. Sabar, pasti ada side mission itu. Nah kan, udah yakin gua.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Aku buka sekarang, boy. Woi, masa nggak dilut lah. Nah, orang goblok gak ngelut, tolol. Bulut mati-matian nih rumah nih, seru nih. Yuk, naik di atas lagi, belum di loot. Loot semuanya dulu, boy. Chest sebesar begitu, isinya cuman 1 cangkir. Nih, kayak gini, nah kan. Main taruh barang rusak di situ, goblok. Tolol bet. Udah berapa jam gua live? Udah berapa jam? Sejam baru ah. Thank you. FPS drop, FPS 1, tolong. Geralding capek nih, Geralding. Satu lagi, satu. Waduh, kentang banget di sini. Tuh. Gila, sini game udah berapa tahun tetap panas, tetap berat, maksud gua. What the fuck? Gak kelut anjir. Wah, berat bener nih game. Wih, bisa dijarak. Wih, bisa dijarak tadi, cok.
Naughty bound. Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Where do you get it?
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up. Put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Could they? 'Tweren't possible. Ah, but dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
You first.
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, not much of note. He wasn't staying with any of them, and not seen hide nor hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines, of dubious worth.
Let's hear it. I'm all ears.
You know how he wooed a lass studying natural history?
Okay.
Asked her about the habits of trolls. You know where he went with the cook from the Passiflora? The Oxenford-Novigrad Road, which is just now being repaired. He had to stare for hours as labourers crushed boulders into cobblestones, trying to pass it off as a romantic outing. I don't know about human women, but that would bore a dwarven lass to tears. He's growing old, that poet of ours.
Maybe. Or maybe he did all that for a reason.
Sounds like you found something out.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Priscilla.
Why wasn't she on the list?
This Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after every other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. The laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Udah rusak. Oke guys, sampai sini aja dulu perjalanan Geralt yang udah mencukur rambutnya dan cukup gore, aneh cok rambutnya. Oke, nanti kita bakal lanjutin perjalanan Geralding di dunia Witcher ini. Oke, dadah.